Hi. Um, the next exercise is pure action. And this consists of doing something that you would otherwise never do in ordinary life, and doing it each day through your own personal initiative alone. The action chosen should be something simple, capable of being carried out without obstructing the duties of everyday life. This can be, for example, watering a certain plant every day, or lighting a match, or folding a piece of paper in a certain way, and so on. You should take care. The motive for this action should be to do something for no other reason than your own inner decision. While you're performing it, you should focus your attention on what you're doing, to your environment, and to you yourself. I suggest you do this as slowly as you need to in order to be aware of how you act. Because the question that has to be answered is, how, or in other words, what am I putting into action in order to perform this action, and how does it take place? The comments are, the main purpose of this exercise is to discover by personal experience how our forces of thinking and willpower unfold in the performance of a simple act. A second aim is to learn how to act in complete and total freedom. This exercise allows you both to distinguish elements of diverse natures, that is, thinking and willing, and to see how they interact. All external motivation is avoided to a maximum degree because, once it is eliminated, all emotional feelings in the field can therefore be excluded. It must be pointed out that there is no wish to eliminate feeling as such. This will be worked on later. But you should try and let experience happen so as to clarify the relationships that exist in the human inner world. The impersonality in action that is discovered in this way can be very fruitful, both in its application to ourselves by our actions, and in recognizing when we are confronted with a similar impersonality in actions being performed by others. At first, it's difficult to become aware of the forces at work. Nevertheless, at a certain stage, you will become aware of collecting energy within yourself. And this energy is to be collected at a little way inside the center of the forehead, and then made to go down the spinal column to the level of the solar plexus. When you reach that point, make it radiate outwards into each of the limbs. It is clear that the forces gathered and moved as above are not physical, but you should find you can move them consciously, according to your own orders given through imagination and put voluntarily into action. Variations, a highly recommended variation, consists in doing an action with a sensory effect which can be reviewed after a while. For example, collecting folded papers or burnt matches in one place, or seeing how the plant that you water grows. This can make us conscious of the fact that even a small, insignificant action can have ever greater consequences after a while. It is also very advisable to carry out this exercise at the same time each day. The natural rhythm that arises in this way has a certain relationship with the forces that are evoked. It is up to each of us to discover what that is. It can also be useful to add a second action to the first and then a third and so on, providing it remains possible to do so without disturbing everyday life. The second stage of this exercise can be the point of departure for research into inner finer currents and or bodies. Comments. This exercise and variations can teach a great deal about how we will. For example, Try observing the willpower used to make even the smallest movement. How does it present itself to our awareness? Please note this is very subtle and may take as long as years to become fully clear. We can also observe how impulses to the will are transmitted by our thinking, by our decision to do such and such a thing at such and such a time. By observing how this works, we can learn how to move freely in other inner domains. Another factor is that the cumulative effect of action in time may become observable through this exercise and its variations. Does this mean that willpower exerted over time has the power to transform cumulatively? Is there anything, therefore, which cannot be changed over time? What might that be? Of course, further research is up to you. Thank you for your time. Next lesson soon.